Hi,
Hey
girlies.
girlies! Welcome back to a long-awaited, fourth episode. I think fourth episode.
Yeah.
Long overdue.
Long
But listen, girlies,
overdue.
it's the busiest time of the year. You gotta cut us some slack.
It is. It's been a very, I feel like for all three of us, just a busy month. Like I know I've just been jam-packed with between work and then outside of work, just events and things that we have to go to on the weekend. So there's just seems like there's no time for anything.
No.
Especially trying to work with Madi's non 9 to 5
Oh my god,
schedule.
yeah.
It's so hard sometimes to find the time because
I know.
we're
You don't
always
have the
just
standard 9
somebody's
to
always on the
5.
go.
I know. Or then it's just we're just tired from work. I know some days I totally could relate to how you were feeling, Madi, yesterday because I've just had those days too after work. I'm like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to think. I don't even want to I just want to just be in my head and just lay down. 'Cause
Yeah.
I need to
exhausted.
decompress.
Yeah,
I
you just
understand.
sometimes need that. So I feel it's hard doing a podcast when you're just trying to navigate your life right now, like we are in our 20s,
sure.
and just but I meant to ask you guys, so we just had a birthday celebrated.
Maricela.
Maricela.
Happy
Whoop,
20,
whoop, whoop.
28th.
24.
24. Isn't Kobe Bryant's number 24? Kobe Bryant year, I think. I think it's
Yeah.
24. The Kobe year.
Ew, I forgot I'm the oldest between all three of us.
You are the oldest. I'm not too far away though. Only 2 months away. I'm not too far.
Yeah.
Jules is really the baby of the group.
Yeah, just turned 23 4 months ago. Lovely.
Yeah. But Madi had a big party at her house, and I didn't get to go because I had a work. Well, I went to Kyle's work party, his Christmas party. It was really fun.
Yeah, we need to talk about that too.
I know. You didn't send us pictures.
I know. I took one picture of Kyle and me.
Aw.
And just from that picture, you could just tell there was just no thoughts
behind those eyes.
We were
we said we love the open bar.
We love the open bar. Yeah, we went to Kyle's work had a Christmas party at Kalahari. It's a big indoor water park in Round Rock. And it was really fun. We went on some slides and
during the party.
No. So we got there early. You could get there at 2 or 3 o'clock,
cool.
and you could go to the water park. And so we got there about 2-ish, and we met up with some of his coworkers there. And Kyle and I were testing out the slides, and then we went on one of them, and we were like, "Man, bitch is fat as fuck. What the hell?" Okay. So as soon as we get out of that slide, one of his coworkers sees us, is like, hey, you guys come on the slide with us, the big giant slides, so the 4 people ones where you could sit in a it spins, those big ones they have at Six Flags where they go up.
Yeah.
Okay, it was one of those. I've never been on a slide like that.
But this is all in the water, or is
it's an indoor water park. It's all indoors,
Okay.
so it's an indoor water park, and
they be getting wet.
Everything's indoors. I mean, listen, I probably wouldn't. I don't know if I'd go back. It was fun. Don't get me wrong. I think it'd be fun to go with you guys, but once. But it was really humid in there, obviously, because it's everyone's in there. And then the concept to me just grossed me out because you can't wear water shoes on the ride, so everybody's just walking barefoot. And it just, I know, the nurse in mine is like, what the fuck?
Your dogs were out?
Ringworm, everybody had their dogs out. Everybody. I was so grossed out.
Even in the reception, in the reception area.
Just because you can't wear water shoes on the ride, so it's if you're going to just walk real quick from one place to one place, you gotta not wear shoes. I mean, it was literally just. Yeah, it was kind of gross. That idea, but it's just more of I didn't even care about the toe thing. It was just athlete foot, ringworm, all this nasty stuff that people have on their feet. I'm like, oh, yeah. So that was really gross. But circling back to that other story, we this guy and his wife see us and they're like, hey, come on this ride. Like we did it by ourselves, but we want to go faster. So like we'll add you and Kyle to it. So we're like, okay. I've never been on a ride like that before. I was kind of scared because like you had to climb kind of high to get up there. And I was just like, all right, I just didn't know what to expect. Like I've never been on a ride like that.
Yeah.
And Kyle and these coworkers we went with, I'm the smallest one there. I'm the smallest one. I'm the tiniest one. And, all of them are about, maybe the same weight, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
And so we get on it, and there is a giant, like, drop first. So I'm like, oh my God. Like, I wasn't expecting that. We're going so fast. And then it's just like when you drop down this slide, you're dropping down onto like basically like a giant like ramp. And then you're going, it's like a ramp. Yeah, like think about it as like a ramp. Like you're dropping down to go up. Oh my God. We went so high. Like we went so high. I was like, holy shit. And when we were coming down from going that high, I was freaking out because of how fast we were going. I thought we were going to fly off the ride. Like, I genuinely was like, so we go up, and then we're coming back down super fast. Kid you not. Like, when we get to the side, like, because we're coming down so fast, Kyle's part of the tube, like, goes over, like, above. Like, his butt is, like, literally over the slide.
Yeah.
Like, this man that doesn't hold on, he's flying off. Like, goodbye, Kyle. And I knew I wasn't exaggerating because his coworkers were like, oh shit. And like we go back down and all of us are coming off that ride like we just
witnessed
like
death. Yeah.
Like that was insane. And his coworker was like, well, when you go up, like from that first drop, and when you go up, there's supposed to be like jets there that slow you down.
Yeah.
It slows you down a little bit. Like it'll slow you down so when you come back down, it's not too fast. He's like, we missed those. And that's why we came back down so fast.
Oh shit.
I was like,
oh my gosh.
So for like a hot minute, I was like,
don't tell me to do anything right now.
I don't want to go outside. I almost just died. But, like, after, like, 15 minutes, we were like, okay, like, let's just go on, like, smaller ones, not that big one again. And, yeah, it was wild. But it was really fun, though. I mean, they had, like, an adult bar. So, like, in the pool areas, you could go swim up, get drinks, and just sit and talk. And then we had a big dinner with all his coworkers. But it was really fun. It was really a good time. And I think Kyle had a great time, too. It was really different from like this year to last year because last year when we went, Kyle was a little bit newer and still kind of, getting to know his coworkers more and stuff. And so this year it was like, more of a foundation that he built and more friendships that he built with like certain people that he works very closely with. So
yeah,
it was really fun. And I saw like a few of familiar faces that I knew from last year. So it was just really nice to just like kind of connect with different people and just talking to them. And then we ended up going bowling because they had a bowling alley in there. So we went bowling.
Cool.
And that's where we were like drunk bowling. It was drunk bowling. We were like,
that's cool.
Yeah, it was really fun. I mean, we had a really good time. And yeah. And so the next day we went to the outlets and Round Rocks. We needed to do some Christmas shopping. So
that's perfect.
That was the spot. We were hungover, but we were like, we need to get this done. We need to get this done.
That sounds so fun.
You just went to really good time.
A cool ass resort, basically.
Yeah, like I mean, I was like, you know what? It's free. Like I'm not mad about this. Like it's free. Yeah, open bar. Like and
can't complain.
Can't complain. And it's a great opportunity for Kyle too to like mingle and talk to like people of higher positions and just kind of not in a work setting environment, but more of like a casual
kind of
environment.
A leisure, yeah.
So I think it was really important for him to go. So I'm glad we went and we had a really good time because we really wanted to go to your thing, Monty. We were contemplating for a minute. We're like, should we go? And they were like, we're gonna see all the friends, but then we were like let's just go.
Yeah.
It's a work thing. Like
it's
like one of those
Kyle,
things
we always see each other. Yeah. I'm like, we see each other for sure once a month. Sometimes we've
Mhm.
been getting lucky and doing it twice.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, no, like I'm not hurt.
Yeah.
Because
It was
Kyle only
just
gets to do that like once a year.
exactly once a year, and I
Yeah.
just know like this is his time to like really network with, like I
Network,
said, the
right.
higher people and stuff. So we had a
Right.
good time though. It was a great time. We absolutely loved it. We had fun.
That's fun. That's
I
fun as
know.
hell.
I know.
Dude.
You guys look like y'all had some fun too. It looked like y'all had no thoughts in those eyes on some of those pictures I saw.
I couldn't believe how late everyone stayed. Jules, what time did you leave? I'm not
No,
gonna lie, the last 2 hours don't remember anything.
no, freaking Marty, it's like 2:50 and I look over at Frankie and I'm like, he's like, I'll leave when you leave. And I was like, okay, because Marty was saying bye to Emily and Noe because they were heading out because
I don't
they were there
remember
about
when
that
they
late.
left.
It was like two
It was a good
2:45.
birthday. It was a good birthday.
Yeah. And so I was like, well, we'll leave like a little bit after Noe and Emily, so it's not like everybody leaving at the same time. So like 3 o'clock hits and I'm like, okay, Marty, I think we're gonna go home now. And she goes, she's literally sitting down and I'm looking at her, or like I'm standing up and she looks at me, she goes, you're leaving now? Why are you leaving? I was like, girl, it's 3 in the morning. Let me go home because we have to drive home too. We couldn't stay, so like we had to make that trek home at like 3 in the morning. And so I will never forget that because Marty's just like, you're leaving, bitch. Yes, it's 3 in the morning.
No, I think at one point, well, because I know
We
my
were there
friends
since
that
8.
like a lot of them stayed till like 3:30. It was close. Yeah, it was like 3:30. And
I
I
know.
looked at my watch and I was like, "Oh my God, like it's so late.
Yeah,
Why are
I
people still here?"
it was like me, Zach, Victor, and Frank that all left like at the same time. I don't know when Sam left.
I think she left. She was the last one to leave, so it must have been like close to 4.
Damn.
But yeah.
No.
After, did you know I fell playing
Yes,
basketball?
you fell right in front of me,
Who picked me up?
Zach, because he was the one that pushed you.
Oh,
Okay, because okay,
Fake.
you know how I like skid my knee?
fake friend right
Yeah,
there.
it was.
Okay, when I the next morning, well, first of all, I was like bleeding. And my
Yeah.
brother got here, like as soon as y'all left, my brother was coming in. So that
Yeah.
just side note, that's why no one could stay because my brother and his family were coming in. And when I woke up, they were like, "Oh my God, what happened to your arm?" And I was like, "Huh?" Well, first of all, like my knee was all I was like, "Well, I fell." But my arm has a big old bruise, and I was like, "Okay, it must have been from whoever like picked me up." Because I remember whoever picked me up grabbed me like hard and was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And so then I looked at my arm and I was like, "Whoever
Wait.
picked me up did a little too rough."
Zach grabbed
I-
you with force. He
I
said.
bruised like an apple.
For real. I
Zach
was like,
"Are you okay?"
I know, you like picked her up like a damn doll, like clink.
It was
Yeah,
fun.
dude.
It was a fun night though.
I know it looked like y'all had so much fun. I was really like, "Damn, Kyle." I was like, I got a little bit of FOMO. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. No,
We
and then
FOMO watching you guys have your
I
fancy time
know.
too. I
Well,
was like,
no, I didn't. I wanted to see pictures because
I
last
know
year
we didn't
Kate
post
took
anything.
pictures,
I
and I
know.
wanted to see her dress. Did you dress up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just like a tiny kind of cocktail dress and had like long
Okay.
sleeves. Yeah, it
Because
wasn't
I
anything
always like to
crazy.
see your fit, and I was like
Yeah,
waiting
it
for a
wasn't anything
picture.
crazy. I know it wasn't anything crazy, honestly, this
Aw.
year. It was because it was a semi, like it wasn't like a black tie this year
Yeah.
formal. It was
Oh.
semi-formal.
Oh, that's
So it was
good.
like,
That's good.
yeah, it was kind of like this. There was a
Just
whole guy there wearing a
relax.
tracksuit. I was like, okay.
We're going really
Interesting.
casual.
I was like, sir, you look like you're just like, I don't even know. Like, this is not the event you should be at.
He just got done with the water park and he went straight to dinner.
No, literally, I was like, okay, period.
No, that's ugly.
Slay.
Sorry. That's
No,
not
it was
good.
literally like, but he got an award because of how many hours like he's put in for this year. And I was like, and they were kind of making fun of him. They were like, this guy pulling up in a tracksuit, like,
And Adam
Okay,
Sandler.
good. It wasn't.
no, literally, it was like, love that for you.
It wasn't just you guys that noticed it. Like
He was like,
everybody
I
else was
put in
like,
my time, I put in my years, I don't
Mhm.
give a shit.
"You can tell me what? I'm the
I'm a-
one that worked the most hours."
He's like, I'm aware when I'm aware. Hi.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I know,
Yeah,
but
honestly,
you guys look like you had a good time. You guys all look like you got a little drunk. I
ooh.
love that.
Felt
I
good. Felt
think that's
good.
why I had to stay till 3 because I was like, I gotta drive home. Damn.
That's what I
No,
figured. I was like, you gotta get
I
sober.
no, I will never. I mean, Marty falling. That wasn't even the first fall though. That's the thing. Like, Carlo's girlfriend fell like 3 times playing basketball.
Are you
Like,
serious?
yes, I was like, girlies, we're doing too much for the pickup game right now.
Jump basketball is fun. I have to
Dude,
say.
it killed all the girlies. Even the guys were like, I'm tired. Like, y'all were the one that decided to do this. With the girlies just joined in. It was funny.
Oh, it was fun.
I know y'all
Okay.
looked like you had a good time. You guys really did.
Yep.
Good way to
Yep.
celebrate the 24th. The 24th
Yes,
birthday.
ma'am.
Did you bring shots, Jules?
You know what? Don't ask me about those damn shots because they are a fluke. I was supposed to, and I couldn't find the guy's recipe that I made from last year.
Mm.
So I was like, oh, I have to find a new one, right? And I
They
didn't
were
have any
nasty.
simple syrup. And so it was just straight lemon juice and vodka. Like,
Damn, you should have just gotten the Deep Eddies lemon.
I know, and all the recipes that I was looking at, like it had like no like lemon flavored vodka. So I was like,
Mm.
I don't know. I don't want to go against the recipe, you know,
Yeah.
and in case I
Mhm.
ruin something. But at the end of the day, I was like, yeah, I probably should have gone with something like that. But either way, the simple syrup I think maybe would have helped it because it's just like it makes it sweeter.
Sweeter. Yeah.
So
So
that shit strong as shit. Then I'm assuming it was like.
well, see, I tried to make it, and then I tried some, and I was like, I don't even want to bring this. Like, I just brought the bottle of Tito's that I bought, and just like, here, y'all do whatever you want with it, because I was just like, this is disgusting.
This
I
is
will.
so no shots were taken. It was just Bacardi Diet Coke kind of.
Well,
Yeah, well-
one of my friends made the Jello shots too. So
Oh, dangerous. That's
Yeah.
dangerous.
Dangerous. Had like 3 of those. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's
4.
that'll
Ew.
do it. That'll do it to you. That'll do
Whew.
it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Hmm.
Got to meet a little bit more of Marty's Corpus friends. But I
Yeah.
think we had met a few of them. We met a few of them when we went out that one time. They were
Mhm.
just there again, but there were a few that I hadn't seen before either. So
Yeah.
it was cool.
You know,
It's cool.
annual bonfire.
I know. I
Yes,
was
the
looking
annual
at.
bonfire.
I was like, looking at my photos just to kind of like see what I've done this year, like kind of reflecting on the year. And I saw how for New Year's Eve went to Marty's house, and I was like, oh, that was so fun. I was like, I wish we could do that this year.
Yeah, it was
I
like super
know.
small and intimate. I loved
It
it. I did enjoy that.
was
Man,
just
we
us
got
5.
tossed though.
Mikey,
I mean, like,
Mikey was there too.
and Mikey was there.
yeah. That was
Yeah,
fun.
we did get a little tough.
The guys did.
I was about to
Yeah,
say I
freaking
have the photos of
Kyle.
Kyle to prove it.
Like Frankie and Kyle were
It's
like,
because I was like, y'all could stay too. So we were like, hey.
Kyle
It's
was
a-
like, all right.
You don't gotta tell us twice. We will gladly pack a bag.
That's the only time Kyle will get drunk because he knows he can just stay somewhere, not drive.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's the only time. Because, like, when we went to his Christmas party, he was like, oh, my moment. We don't have to drive anywhere. Just got to go up to the room.
Yeah, you just gotta walk up.
So, I know. Hi, Coop. And Cooper's just staring at me.
He's like, Mom, who are you talking to?
I know, but you guys look like you had so much fun. It was a nice catch-up. I just wanted to know how it was, because I definitely missed you guys. Oh, my gosh, and how was Baldo's baby David's birthday? I didn't go to that
It was
either.
cute.
Yeah, it was
Aw.
It kind of
cute.
hits where you're just like, oh my god, like we're getting old. Like
Oh, really?
celebrating our friend's baby's
Baby's
birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt Mari pulled up looking like the cool single rich aunt with her outfit. She pulled up to a damn Urban Air with like a trench coat and like heels
It
on. I was like, girl.
had sneakers.
Wait, that's right. They were the Converse. They were the Converse. I was thinking of something else. But no, like Mari pulls up in a
Girl.
damn outfit, and I'm
I
like,
think I had my blazer, like a blazer
yeah,
or coat.
and like this like cute shirt, like jeans with the sneakers on. I was like, Madi, you came intentionally looking like the rich Thea, like the cool rich Thea, like that you want at the family functions. It was
Oh
funny.
my god.
Oh my
But yeah,
god.
like singing happy birthday to a 2-year-old as a 23-year-old, like, and we know, like, our friend is the one that owns it, like,
Owns
different
it?
feeling. It's a different feeling. Like, it's so weird. But I
Owns
loved it.
it. Oh, that's so
It was cute.
fun.
Yeah.
I know. I was like so sad that we didn't go, but you know, shit happens. When you live in a
So
different
much.
city, it's just like too like
It's a lot to plan
far.
out.
Yeah, it is. And then between Kyle's job too. I mean, like that man's working so much. So, but
I know. We were sad when we saw y'all couldn't show up.
yeah, we were like, we'll be there in spirits, in spirit.
It was
We will
okay.
support from afar.
There was these like little rooms in there, like for like parties and stuff, and they had TVs in there, and they were playing like Jack Harlow music videos, and I was like, "What is
random.
going on right now?" And
Like, who's in charge?
and
Who's in
Baldo
charge?
looks over there and he goes, I wonder what Kayla would say about this since she's a teacher. It's like, I really want to know what she would have said too.
I would be like, why are we watching this at a 2-year-old's birthday? Like, what
Yeah, like-
relevance does this have to a 2-year-old?
Like, please, like it was like somebody else's party, but I was like
No, like
looking
literally,
inside, I was like, at an
Literally-
urban area?
I'm not even trying to like I love my music teacher at my school. He is great. But tell me why, like, in one of his classes, he showed my kids this Little John and Kool-Aid. Like, it's Kool-Aid Man and Little John, and it's a Christmas song. But he showed them, like, the full music video, and I was like,
What am I watching?
what are we watching? Like,
Yeah.
why are we showing these? Like, I mean, I was like, all right, whatever, but like at least play Justin Bieber or some shit, not Little John and the Kool-Aid Man singing Merry Christmas. Like,
Nah.
I was
What?
literally like taken aback. I was like,
Man saw that and he was like, I'm finna cook with this. He did not
no,
cook.
it doesn't surprise me though, because during Thanksgiving he showed them a song in Spanish, and it's so like, this song is not good. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, it is terrible. It is the stupidest song I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, I don't even know what the fuck the point of this song was.
Yeah.
But it's literally basically about a turkey, like an actual turkey, trying to find love, and like the whole time it's just this guy singing, and they're like, oh, like they're all like, these people are doing that, and then there's this woman just petting the turkey and like caressing its neck, and I'm like, so does the turkey find love with this human woman? I'm confused at the point of this video.
What? That's so stupid.
It's giving beastly.
I'm like, isn't this like, I don't know. I
How
was
should
just
we
like,
not be showing the kids this? Like this.
honestly,
This is not
the reason
okay.
I was more like, please stop showing them this, is because it was so annoying. Like, it was so annoying.
Was it like? Do you know like if it was meant towards kids or this dude just like randomly pulled up
I
this video?
don't know. I'm gonna like look it up and try to see if I can like send it, because like
Yeah, I need to listen to this thing now.
It's
I'm very
so-
concerned.
I can't even think about the like, I don't even know how to spell it.
Spanish Thanksgiving turkey love song.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. It was just Spanish Thanksgiving turkey love song. Because I'm like, I don't even know. I'm trying to find it. Like, I will look for it, but y'all, like, let me just tell you, I have never seen a video like that. It's okay. Pavo is P-A-V. It's like Yego. I can't. Pavo turkey song. Maybe it's that one. No. Anyways, it's just, I don't know. It's too much, y'all. It was too much.
It wasn't giving. It was
No.
not giving.
It wasn't giving anything. I was like, what is this giving? Like, and the music videos,
It was just as bad.
it was like, what in the shithead is this video? Like, sorry,
in the
but
in the shatid is this video.
like, oh my god. But again, I love my music teacher. Like, he is so funny and he's great, but
He's awesome,
good,
but sometimes he makes
good heavens,
questionable
the music
decisions.
choices, I'm like, okay.
Whatever you say, sir.
I don't even know how to, like, spell.
It's
like
a little John Christmas.
It's a little, no, like, literally, please look that up because it is. Oh, I
didn't
found
even
it.
know that.
I found it.
Throw that in the chat.
I'm literally gonna. Hold on. It's. Oh my god.
Can we be? Oh, dang it. Never mind.
I'm copying it and see if I can send it to you guys because, like, how do I type?
Do you see where it says hashtag ideas?
Where do you see hashtag idea? Oh, I see it.
And then on the bottom, it's like message.
Okay.
Okay.
Like,
Ew,
just please watch this.
I'm pulling this up right now. Hold on.
It is
now.
like I just I don't even know what to say.
No, but like, what's the point?
It's basically like the turkey's trying to find love. That's what it's about. The turkey.
These are grown people.
Yes. Yes. If any of you want to.
To give it a manicure.
If anybody on the podcast for some reason ever wants to look this up, it's called
Diego
El Pavo. Diego El Pavo.
It has
Diego
37 million views. Nah, it should have less. That
it
is
is
horrible.
it's a very interesting song. Yeah. Anyways, I don't even know how we got onto that.
You said that
Oh, the Kool-Aid song.
The Kool-Aid song because you're questionable. The questionable music being played
choices.
at the
It's
Urban
fine.
Air.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. But I'm glad you guys had a good time at your party, Maudie, and at Baldo's thing. I know I missed you guys too. I feel like I haven't seen you on forever, but I just feel like it's been a very
chaotic December.
Chaotic December.
It's been chaotic, yeah.
And I just think it's like the end of the year too, and I just feel like it's been. I honestly, personally, I feel like it's been a crazy year. Like, this year's just been like a
As
year. As
Parker McCullum stated, it's been a hell of a year.
It's been a hell of a year. Like, honestly, I don't even know a word to describe my year. I would say just a lot of change and a lot of.
Mine would be what the fuck.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I feel like mine was like a year of a lot of change and just
growth.
Change. Yeah, growth. I feel like I did a little bit of growth, but change, more so change, because I feel like I feel like a lot of stuff has just happened. Oh, are you saying grow for you, Madi?
Oh, just growth, like personally and professionally, like
yeah.
But I mean, that's kind of every year, but this year especially.
Yeah, and I feel like there's been a lot of good things that have happened this year. Like, I've had a lot of milestones and experiences that I've had this past year. Like, I didn't. It's been a year because last December I graduated college.
It's been a year already.
It's been a year. I graduated college, so I feel like that in itself is just a huge milestone and something that I'm super thankful for, that I got to experience university and just live in San Marcos and to be able to come out of it debt free, like something that I'm extremely thankful for. And, just my time there, the friendships that I made there, everything about Texas State, I love. Represent Texas State forever till I die. I love that school. So that's definitely one of the big milestones that I feel like I'm super thankful for. I got a big girl job after I graduated. I worked at a daycare for a little bit. It was like, I was proud of myself. I was like, I didn't just sit on my ass and was like, oh, just go back to retail or something. Like,
no, you did something that, usually takes a lot of people a long time to do right after college. Or
Yeah.
something they're just not very
You weren't very
determined to
certain
do.
of it yet. Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like, it was a good paying, like they were paying me well, and I was like, you know what, like let's just experience this. Like let's just experience, getting a job and seeing what it's like, and that transition. I'll get into that later, but I moved from a completely
Oh
different
yeah.
city. Like I moved from my college town to a whole different city, and I'm living in Austin right now. You know, I've never lived here. I really have rarely ever came to Austin. I feel like even in college we came like
Like
twice,
a like a
like three
like a
times
few
maybe.
times, yeah.
Yeah, like it
Like
wasn't very frequent when we came here. Yeah,
I feel like
and
Kate and Kyle
so
had more like solo dates more often like than we
oh
like
yeah,
went
And more so
out.
because Kyle was familiar with the area because of his job.
job, yeah,
So
and
that helped.
so we moved, and that was something that was just like, I didn't think that was gonna happen, and it's just crazy to even think about that. We're living in a whole different city,
Got
and
a house, like
well,
that's
yeah, we're like
crazy.
renting a house. Like, I mean, again, like that's something that's just I feel like a big milestone for us in our relationship. Like we moved by ourselves too. Like, yes, Frank did live with us for like a month, but for the most part, we've been living by
Y'all knew what
ourselves.
it was though. Like y'all knew like it was
Yeah.
gonna be y'all.
And
Yeah.
so I think like just finally like moving in together on our own was a big milestone for us in our relationship. And then we got engaged. We got engaged in October. So I feel like a lot of big things have happened in my life personally.
Yeah,
Like, big
big
events, big
Big
milestones
milestone
that
milestones.
events.
That's a
Like,
yeah.
like they usually happen like every year for someone, but
sporadically,
like
Right.
no, like
yeah.
And it
they
all
all came
happened
out
in one.
together.
It all
Yeah.
happened
Yeah.
in one, and I feel like, that could probably have contributed to like, challenges that I'll talk about later, and just, things that I'm trying to work on for next year. But I feel like for the most part, like milestones, like I'm very happy with the year. Like I feel like sometimes it's easy to like be like, oh, I feel like I didn't do anything this year, like, because you're living in the moment, but you don't realize like, oh wait, no,
How much you
all this
actually
actually
do.
happened. How all this stuff happened, like, you know. And also, I feel like for me, like, in college, I'm not going to sit here and say, like, I paid for everything by myself. I didn't. My parents helped me. I was very fortunate enough to have parents that, could give me some money, help me pay for rent and stuff like that. So I feel like, when I came out of college, it was really like a lot of it was just like, okay, like, everything's going to be on you now. Like, thankfully, my car's already paid off, so I don't got to worry about that. My mom pays for my car insurance still, and obviously my medical stuff, they are nice enough to cover that for me, except for my dental. That's on me now, girl. Blue Cross Blue Shield. Let's go, Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Dental card.
Dental. We got dental, but paying for rent and stuff like that, and like not having that. Like, I know I could go to my mom if I need help, but it's like now it's like no, this is on me. Like this is all
Yeah.
on me. Like I need to be like smarter with money and stuff. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm so thankful for everything that this year's brought me so far. I know you guys probably have a bunch of stuff too that's probably happened to you guys too. Milestones. Like you guys have had a lot. I mean, Maudie especially. Maudie's the one that started her big girl job too
Yeah. I
already.
mean, yeah, this year was huge. I graduated college, and first of all, just getting through my last semester of nursing school was a challenge within itself. And then within that semester, like our professors pushing us like start applying, you need to interview while we're in our fifth semester, which is like the busiest one. So, doing all those clinical hours and then just having to interview for positions that in hospitals I wasn't even sure of because I was knowing like I was moving out of my college town back home with my parents. So it was a lot of research having to do like which hospital is going to support me best. Thinking of the drive because I live far, like out, kind of out in the country, so I knew no matter where I was going to go, it was going to be a long drive. But finally, once like securing a job but still having that uncertainty because I originally wanted to do pediatrics. And then when this like kind of landed in front of me, oncology was just like, wow, it kind of came full circle because that is the reason I wanted to do that was because the reason I wanted to go into nursing was because of my grandma who had cancer. So I was like, wow, it's kind of funny. Like it came full circle that I ended up being an
Mhm.
oncology nurse.
Mhm.
Um, but the challenge of just going from a student, like a nursing student, to being a new grad nurse and then on your own, like that's a whole nother ball game. And it's no longer like, oh, let me go ask my professor, let me go ask the real nurse. No, like I am the nurse. Like, and if
Mhm.
I don't know, like it's not bad. Like a lot of patients will have questions for me and it's something the doctor just have to answer. So I'll be like, I'm not sure, but it's very securing to them knowing that I'm gonna find out for them. So I'm like, if I'm not sure, let me ask your doctor and I'll tell them that you want those answers answered. Um so it's just learning. It's a whole process of learning this first year as a new nurse, but
Mhm.
I've been liking it so far. So
Good.
those have been like the biggest challenges. And like I said, like my growth throughout this year was because I graduated, then I had to take the state test, then I moved back home,
Mhm.
then I started my job. And it's just been, my 3 on, and I've been picking up overtime now. So 12 hours every day for 4 days straight. It's not fun.
Oof. Yeah. No.
And because in reality, if you think about it, I'm really there like 13, 14 hours because you get there
Mhm.
early, you leave late.
Mhm.
So,
And
like,
driving accounts for time too.
driving,
Like, yeah.
guys, one week, um, I woke up early and I looked at the sky and I was like, why does this sky look weird? And it's because I hadn't seen daylight in five
Oh,
days. Because
oh
when I
my
go to work,
God.
it's
It's
dark. When I'm
dark.
coming
Yeah.
home, it's
It's
dark.
dark. You're in a
So
building
I
all
was like,
day. Yeah.
I don't feel like this is real life right now. Like I was looking at the
Oh
sky,
my
it looked so
God.
weird to me. And I
That's
was like, it's because
crazy.
I've been behind four walls and I
Yeah.
don't see daylight.
Oh
That's
my
wild.
gosh.
Weird.
Yeah. That is
That's
crazy.
crazy, dude.
I know.
I didn't even think about stuff like that. Like that's
I
insane.
know. That is pretty like
It was
gnarly.
it was weird.
I have a giant ass window behind my desk. I mean, I see the damn sun all the time. Like it that's insane.
Yeah. I know. I feel like I take the kids out and I'm able to go get lunch sometimes. So
You
yeah,
don't
sometimes I'm
realize how
able to.
much you need sunlight.
No, yeah, like literally,
Need
like
the vitamin D, girl.
just even for a second though, I feel like just to step outside and be like,
Yeah.
take a breath and be like, okay, because like yeah, being confined into a building all day is not fun. Like you don't think about it until like you said, like that moment you were like,
I was
this
like,
is
why does
weird.
everything look weird? And then I was like, holy shit, like I haven't seen sunlight in 5 days.
Like hello,
Jesus
Becky.
Christ,
Like
dude. Oh my gosh.
that's
Money,
wild.
you're also forgetting, like, you bought a new car recently too.
Yeah,
That's
I was
a
gonna say that.
ginormous
That is
milestone.
a giant. That is a
She does
huge
not care.
milestone.
She's not, she's like, okay, whatever.
Don't
No, that's
remind
a
me. Now I have a car payment.
Okay, all right. You
still
can afford
like it, that's
You
a
can
big
afford it.
you can't afford it, and it's a big. I mean, that is a huge milestone. Like, I mean, I'm still driving my little car from high school, but
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't know. I guess I'm not proud because I wasn't one to like be like, oh, as soon as I start making money with my paychecks,
yeah,
like I'm gonna go splurge it. So
yeah,
I didn't want to buy a car, but I needed it.
yeah.
I still had my Jeep from high school, and that girl had been through it in high school.
She had,
In
yeah,
college, she's been through wrecks.
yeah.
So when I moved back home, I was like, this car's not gonna be reliable driving 40 minutes to work every day.
Hmm.
So I had been driving my mom, like we switched cars. So I was driving my mom's car and my mom was driving mine. But I was like, that's it. Like I need my Jeep back. And I'm a Jeep girl. Like I have to be up high. So if it wasn't a Jeep, it probably would have been a truck.
Hmm.
And me and my dad went to the dealership and I was like, I'm not patient at all. I could not shop. I was like, I saw one, I was like, I'm just gonna get that one. Let's start the process. I was like, can I
Just
Like
just give you
that's
my
the one.
card?
please.
That's the one right there.
I was
That
like, can
one.
I just give you my card and let's like get out of here already?
Your guard. She's like, let me just swipe for this real quick. No big
Let me just
deal.
tap. Let me just tap.
I
Let me
promise I
do you
have
have
money.
time?
Do you have Apple Pay? You can just
Can
Apple Pay
I
this shit
just
real
sell you
quick.
real quick? Can I just sell you some of the money? We'll be good.
So
I
yes, I got a
understand though. I
car,
get that.
but I don't know. I mean, it's a proud moment, but at the same time, I'm like, it's not. It's not something that was like for me.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. Like, I feel like you're a very financially like responsible person. Like, you're very like I feel like you have a plan and you know
Yeah.
like this was kind of like this is the like you're stepping away from the plan now. Like, you
Yes.
have to get this, but you don't want to spend that money. And I get it. Cars are
Right.
expensive. I mean, shit too, and the interest rates and stuff. Like, I can only imagine. I think you were telling us
Yeah,
that
it's
they were pretty
high.
high. So, I mean, I totally understand where you're coming from. But still, nonetheless,
Yeah.
congrats. So you got. I mean,
Yes,
that's nice that you
Marisela.
did get one.
Guys.
A nice one. Yeah, congrats. That's a big deal.
Yeah, Mari drove her car to David's birthday party, and we were outside, and I got in the back seat, and my ass like hit the back side of it. I was like, I'm never getting back in this car. That hurt. Like, I don't know why the back seat was so tiny.
Yeah.
It was weird. I don't know. It was funny. I was like,
Yes.
dude, leave me alone. Um, well, I guess I'm last to kind of, round up my year. Especially because I never really know, I guess like Caitlin said, I never really know how to kind of wrap things up. Especially because like I usually take more of the bad than the good from some situations. Even though I feel like I'm very optimistic like 90% of the time, like I tend to like nitpick the bad things and run with those instead of like worrying about like the good stuff. Like, I feel like my year has been pretty consistent from when from where it ended like last year. Because I mean, I still have the same job. I'm still like doing the same thing every day pretty much, but I was like at the end of last year, and then like kind of going into 2023, I was offered my new job. So like my new position at my job. So that was huge for me at least. I was like, because I see the people that are here now, that are doing like what I used to do or like doing other things that should be like getting promoted, and they're just not being given that same kind of treatment as I did, which I really appreciate, because that just goes to show that they like genuinely were grateful for like the work that I was doing, and like they really did notice it, which that's all I ever want to do is just like impress the higher ups, and
Yeah.
yeah, so that was pretty crazy to me, because now I see like the people that they've been there longer, or not longer than I have, but like doing the same job longer than I have, and like it doesn't really like seem like they're really pushing them to get them to a different spot. But like I know when my boss like brought me in and she was like, we've been keeping an eye on you for a really long time. I'm always like trying to grab you, to do things. And so, I was really happy that, you wanted to accept the job, which, yeah, I don't know. That's like a proud moment. Like I just like took it in. I was like, thank you.
That is a big deal.
Yeah.
And then I mean, so I started my new job, and it comes with a huge learning curve. I think I just had a call with my boss like a week ago, and she was like, I know that this job is like the one with the biggest like learning curve, and so we like appreciate that you took it very well. And then I ended up actually taking over a whole like section of my job. So like I'm in charge of like one whole specific thing, and like it's only me that really does it. And I like kind of like I was like, I'll do it. Like I was the one that put my hand up first. I was like, I understand them. They're not it's not even that it's really hard. It's just that there's a lot of them sometimes, and there's a guy that's been there for like 15 years, and he goes, you know more than me now, because I don't know at all how to do what you're doing. And I'm like, period, because you're scary. Period. Thank you.
That's a big achievement too, Jules.
Yeah, you're very adaptable.
So I mean, yeah, and then when it comes to like things like outside of work, like just personal life stuff. I think like the what the fuck is like all I have to say about that, because I feel like I've had so many things happen this year, and I feel like every time I feel like I don't do something that I am proud of, that's my reaction. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, why did you do that? What's going on? And I think y'all maybe know a few things that happened to me this year that I'm like, okay, we're just gonna skip over that. We're just gonna act like that didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
I mean, yeah, my girlies, I know they got me. I know that I could go and tell them anything, and even if I'm embarrassed of it, I'm just gonna say it, and I know that they'll just take it in for me, because at this point, my whole life is just a big what the fuck, and every day I wake up, I just try not to make the same mistakes. So
It's okay.
yeah.
You just learn from it. You also got into grad school. That's a big achievement.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I was like, I'm every day I try to forget that I'm going.
You're not too excited about it, which I don't
Yeah,
blame
not.
you.
But I mean, I know it's gonna happen. And that's where I'm also kind of scared, because I'm like, I think I told them like once I like the moment I got into grad school, I literally texted them and I was like, or I was talking to them, and I was like, be prepared for me to be the worst friend ever. Like once I start, because I don't know how grad school is gonna kick me in the ass, and so I think that's one of the things that I'm just kind of like.
Reading.
Like I just don't know what's gonna happen, because I know like my
Yeah.
last 2 semesters,
Mhm.
they were all graduate level classes to begin with, and so those kicked my fucking ass, and so yeah,
It's
I
just
just
like knowing, I think, like that you have like your friends and work, and then you're like
It's a lot to
home
balance.
life, and then now like grad school. It's like, and now
yeah, it's like it's crazy, because like even right now, like I feel like it's hard to balance 3 things.
Yeah.
And first thing is my job. So I go to my job every day and I, do my time, blah blah blah, right? But then I come home and I love spending time with my parents. I'm very much like that. I'm a very like big parent girl. I love spending time with my parents. So I get home from work and I eat dinner with them. And then like an hour and a half later, I have to run to the gym. But like it would be nice for me just to go to the gym right after work,
Mhm.
because it leaves the rest of the like
Evening
day for me.
it does.
yeah.
But then I miss out on that time with my parents, because I didn't eat dinner with them, and they're my dad he falls asleep right after dinner. I mean, my mom's like in her own, she's decompressing in her own way as well, and doing her stuff, and so it's just like trying to find that balance, because I'm like, I want to be with my parents, but I also know I need to do this. I mean, and I obviously can't avoid my job. It's my job, right? And so I think that it's going to be a interesting thing to figure out in 2024, just having to balance all that crap out, because I know it's not going to be fun. But nonetheless, I'm excited though, because I know everybody that I tell, they're like, congratulations. I'm like, what, for like stress and debt? Like, thanks. Like, I'm
More
scared. So, but I mean,
hopefully, like,
it'll be a learning. It'll all be something
yeah.
to learn from, and
And
yeah.
you never know. Maybe it'll like show you different skills other than just like in computer science or whatever.
Yeah.
It'll show you like help you develop better like time management skills and help you develop like
Exactly.
different like things that you can use for the rest of your life
Mhm.
because of how rigorous and time consuming this is. Like grad school is not something that's just like
she's not a walk in the park.
No, and I think it'll teach you a lot, and hopefully like it'll just be more of like a like, yes, this was stressful and like annoying and I hated it, but it ended up teaching me a lot of like good life skills that I can use now, like throughout my life.
I am looking, if anything, I at the end of the day, I kind of like to look at the big picture, and I'm like, I think I'm just ready for that point where I know like that it's done, like I did it, and I'm excited to see like how I'm able to manage everything, because I'm very much not a person to like prep for something like that. I kind of just let it smack me in the face, and then I just react from that. Like,
Yeah.
I can't prepare for it. I just have to let it happen. So.
Exactly. Yeah. I feel like I'm the same way. Like you just kind of like,
yeah,
you can try and mentally prepare yourself, but
I have to prepare.
I don't know. Like I just kind of, I feel like I feel like you need to,
Because I'd
Maddie.
get
Yeah.
too anxious. Like,
Yeah.
I ponder. Mm-mm.
I feel like I'm like Unisyn's Jules. Like I have to just let it happen, and then I'll learn from as I go. And I feel like that's something I've learned this year. Is like I feel like something that I've endured this year, and it's a challenge that I had this year was like I had a routine, and then I got out of the routine because I graduated, I got a new job, and then I moved, and then it was
Yeah.
like, I didn't go to the gym as much, I wasn't cooking as much, like I just kind of fell off, and the confidence that I once had, I just totally like lost it because I was like, I'm in a different city, I'm in a different job, like I'm trying to balance all these different things, like I'm trying to get stuff for my home, like, and I felt like it was just a lot and I was struggling for a while. And now, like in December, finally, like 12 months in, I feel like, okay, I kind of am getting it down a little bit. Like, I'm kind of
Yeah.
understanding, like, what works with my schedule. How can I balance going to the gym and, like, how can I set myself up for success for cooking at home, even though I'm tired as shit after I go to work. Then I go to the gym and then I walk the dog. Like, how can I set myself up for success? And I feel
Yeah.
like that is really something I struggled with this year. Like I really I wrote that down as a challenge. Just like total like no routine. There was no and I think I got lazy too about it. You know what I mean? Like I felt like I was experiencing all these new things and then I was just kind of like, oh, poor me. Like,
Yeah, you just kind of like you just sat
poor
there and let it
me.
happen.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I kind of just let it. And, looking back on it now, I'm like, man, I should have done this, I should have done that. But I feel like, it just kind of led me into this moment right now and to where
Yeah.
I am now. And I feel like, now I'm gaining more confidence and learning more about, the different things that I can implement into my routine that can help me become healthier just for my mental health, my emotional being, like overall everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, just like being that stressed out can, really take a toll on you. Like,
It did, and I really I just started going back to the gym in November, like literally just like last month. I just kind of started going back consistently, and like that has been like for my especially for me, like I just feel like I'm so like overstimulated all the time. And I feel like, when I'm making all these decisions. Like, Monty probably knows that too. Like, you're
Yeah.
making so many decisions in a day that it's just like, okay, okay, okay. Like, you're trying. That sometimes you're just like, I just want to, like, not make any decisions. And it's
Yeah.
nice because
yeah.
I'm training with Kyle's sister. She's got a program. She's got all my workouts already for me. What do I already need to do? And it's just a nice decompressor. Like, I'm letting out the anger or the
From the
stress
day,
that
the
I feel from
stress.
the day that I just I'm pushing these ways and I'm like, and I feel better when I get home. I've noticed a difference. Like I'm not so moody. I'm not like, ugh, I don't want to
You're just
talk.
more
Like
like
I'm more
laxed.
calm and
Yeah.
laxed. Exactly. Like I'm more like, okay, like let's cook. Like I'm willing to let's cook. I don't feel like, oh, mopey dopey, like lazy, like ugh. Of course I have those days where I don't want to go, but I mean I just know, I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
never gonna regret it. Like, you know what I mean?
Emma.
Hi, I saw Emma.
She just got back from the groomers. Hey, baby.
Oh,
Sorry. Okay, baby. Go. Get out of here.
Emma. Yeah. But I mean, even Jules, like when you were talking about
And there's my mom.
hey, we're
Um,
matching, me and your mom. She's wearing red. I'm wearing red
Hi,
too.
mom.
Oh, she's
I'm
like
She
Oh, she's trying to help me out. Thanks.
oh. um, Jules kind of touched on this a little bit, and I feel like this is a challenge that I've experienced too. Like balancing learning how to balance work, family, relationship, and friendship. Like especially living in a different city, like it's been so freaking hard. Like it has been a struggle. I mean, like just really, cuz work, like my hours aren't bad by all means. They're not bad. I mean, I work like 8 to 4 basically. Like I work 7:50 to
Mm-hmm.
like 3:30. And my hours aren't bad, but it's like I'm so tired after work. I'm just like drained emotionally. Everything that I gave is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I have to figure out like, okay, now I got to come home and like talk to Kyle about his day. And then we're trying to also set up date nights, but then we want to see our friends because we haven't seen them in like a few weeks, but then I haven't seen my family. So I feel like it's just been a really challenging thing to like
Try and
navigate.
get over or like get across. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
definitely see that for sure. I mean,
And I feel like I still don't have it down like all the way. Like I call my parents, yes, but I don't have it down to a T, like what works best. Like I try to text like you guys and just say, how's it going? Like, even though I
And
haven't
I
seen you
think
guys.
that's what's helpful. Like with our friendship is we're very understanding. Like we know
Mhm.
we're all caught up in whatever we're
Life.
doing in
Yeah.
life. Yeah. We
Life.
all have different schedules, different
Mhm.
things we have to go to events that it's
Yeah.
just like that's what makes like our friendship and relationship so strong. It's
Mhm.
because we don't get like butthurt about things that are going
No,
on in each
exactly.
other's
Yeah.
lives. Like, we're very
Mhm.
understanding.
Yeah, and it helps a lot because it's
Yeah.
like, like I said, like there's so many things that you're trying to navigate, especially like I mean for anybody. I think anybody that's our age understands this, even like younger or maybe a couple years older. Like the struggle of trying to navigate all these different things in a 24-hour day. Like
Right.
it's just
mhm.
not possible. Like and I feel like I need to give myself more grace about that, like really just next year, like try to, but man, oh man, this year has been like, tell me about it, about that has been a challenge this year. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure. It's
Um,
a tough one.
the it just if anybody is relating to this, just know that it's not easy to get down like in a month, and life is not your routine can be the same every day, but like life is not the same every day. Like
No.
everything is different. It is gonna be really hard to just try and
Just like
get some
navigate
stuff
everything.
down. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like I'll
I've
have
been,
days where I wake up like
hmm,
I don't know if you guys get this, but like I'll have days where like I wake up and I'm like I love everything. Like I'm doing my work at like such a fast speed, and
hmm,
I may feel a little exhausted, but I'm happy. I'm listening to music. I'm talkative with my coworkers, right? And then I'll just have a day where I'm like nobody talk to me. Like I will not even like drive to work with the music on. Like I'm just like don't talk to me. Like I am
hmm.
so still. And then when I get to work, like I'm flushed. I don't even want to talk to anybody at work. And I think that for me is like something that I definitely like struggle with because sometimes I wake up and I'm like, okay, like what kind of day are we gonna have today? Like
Mhm.
Hmm.
how is it how am I gonna be mentally? How am I gonna be physically? Am I gonna be tired? Am I gonna be in a good mood? Is anything like really gonna tick me off like really fast? I don't know.
Hmm.
So when I think about, a routine, I think about it like a lot, and I think about it every day, and I think that it's because of that. It's because I know that not even your mood can stick to a routine. Like you
Yeah.
you just have to take who you are that day with you, and you still have to do your stuff. Like you can't
Life
let that get in
Yeah,
the
you
way.
happens.
can't just like be like, I feel like shit, I'm not gonna go to work. Like, I feel like I'm having a tough day. Like, I'm not gonna go. Like, you just have to pull through.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to push through and tough it out, and you have to be like, okay, like, this is what we gotta do.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean
I
it's
know.
just it's
I think
just
that's been a
the way it
challenge
goes.
too. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
realizing that and learning that has definitely
Mhm.
been like, because school is different. Like, I feel like, when we were in school, it was like
Yeah.
we went to school
I
and
could
then,
sit or like you had
yeah,
those
like
days.
you could just be quiet. You didn't have to talk to
Yeah.
anybody. And then, like, I
Yeah.
mean, we had online school. You could just turn your camera off and be like, man, I have a
Yeah.
headache. Like, I don't feel like dealing like with this. But
College
now
is so different compared to like adult life, like our adulthood.
it's a
Because
false sense of adulthood. It
yeah.
really is. Like,
Absolutely.
I say that with like all my being. Like, I tell everybody that like it was a false sense of adulthood because you thought like, oh, we have all this time. We have like the luxury of making our own schedule and blah 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 blah, like all these different things. And it's
Yeah,
like,
like the world's your oyster, and then
no,
the
no.
world is not even near the sea.
The
Like
life went boom. It's like
exactly.
boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. Like, wake up,
Yeah.
honey. Like, this ain't real. This is reality right here. Like, this is reality. And you know, I feel like first year of adult, like this is, I think I would honestly consider this year my first year of fully like adulthood, like adult, like real adulthood. And I will say, like, it done kicked me in the ass. It done kicked me like in the booty. But
You
for the
know,
good and bad, for good
Yeah.
and bad though, like for
yes,
good and
like
bad.
it's like at the end of the year you can say, you got through it. And
Yeah.
you know, I think it's that saying where it's like you've made it through 100% of all your bad days. Like,
Mhm.
because you have to get through them. You got to keep chugging along, and I think that's also something that I say every day because I'm like, you had a bad day, just take it,
Mhm.
run with it. Tomorrow can be better, tomorrow can be worse, but
Yeah.
you have to keep going.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I honestly feel like too, like I feel like I'm growing like mentally. Like I feel like my head, like we're getting a little bit like life isn't all like okay, like sunshine and rainbows. Like sometimes you just have to deal with it and stick it out, and like you have to realize like you have to work for certain things, and it's not just gonna be like oh like
Can I
you
have
guys
this?
know.
Thank you.
Well, like you guys know, like I've had a career crisis basically. I'm already in a
Oh.
career
Yeah,
crisis.
gotcha.
Like
Yeah.
this whole year has been like for me, it's been about my career. Like really, really struggling with my career choice and what I did and accepting that, this is not what I want to do. And I feel like for a long time it was like I would always cry about it and like just really be down on myself about it. And for anybody that feels this way or, thinks the same way that I do, you got your degree in something and you went to the field and you realize it's not what you want to do. Please trust me when I say it's not the end of the world. Like, it's not the end of the world. It's okay. It happens to a lot of people. I'm one of them. And it's okay. It's a
Homegirl's
learning
still
experience.
thriving.
And it's like, for a long time, even when I was in this job, like my current job, I was still like, okay, like I want to find a new job. Like I was really like, I think I'm gonna leave like in December, but I came to a realization that was like, I feel like I'm not benefiting myself if I just leave and I keep leaving. Like that's not really doing anything for me. It's just kind of like,
Like just a
like
way out kind of
yeah, it's
thing.
like a way out. Like it just kind of felt like I was like, well, if I leave, then I'll be happier. And it's like, well, let's not do that with like a career though. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
with a
Yeah.
job because the reality is like, there's a lot of benefits to teaching, but there's also a lot of downfalls that I don't like. But that doesn't mean the grass is greener over there. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like those hours aren't going to probably be the same that I have right now over there. So
Mhm.
I feel like right now I'm just like I'm at a place where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take this experience. I'm going to like be here. This is my job for the year. Like I'm taking it all in and learning different things and learning from all these amazing women that are in my industry that have been in my industry, making different connections with people and just taking it day by day because I know deep down like this is not what I want to do, but I'm going to learn so much still just from this experience,
Mhm.
just from this moment. And I know it's okay. I'm young and I've had a lot of talks with like my principal about this and just other teachers about this. And they always just tell me the same thing like, you're young. It's okay. You realize you don't want to do this. And there's a lot of other things that you can do. You have a degree, you have experience. Like, it's not the end of the world. It's not. So, for anyone out there, it's not the end of the world, you guys. Just and I'm taking this moment in with my kids too. Like, yes, do they annoy the shit out of me? Of course. Of course. But like, I would feel so awful if I left them in this moment. Like I know like they need me just as much as I need them right now. And regardless of how upset they make me and stuff in that moment, like they also bring a smile to my face too. And like I just feel like this month especially like I this is the first month fully that I have not been like actively on LinkedIn like where am I going to go work? Like I've just been like, "Hey, slow down. You'll
Yeah.
figure it out. Like
It,
it'll
things
come.
some things
Things
will
will
just
come up.
come
It'll
naturally.
come. Like
Yeah.
just yeah, you can look at it here and there, but don't be like, "Oh, I'm trying to look right now." Like just
Yeah.
get
If something
ideas
comes
and
up,
just
Let it come
exactly.
let it come
naturally.
to you, Yeah, I
Exactly.
understand that.
And
Um,
yeah, I don't know. I think experiencing a career crisis too at my age is kind of funny.
the good thing is that you are at your age. You're not like 40 and still thinking about this. Like, I mean, at least you're in
Sometimes
that
it hits
time.
people that late
No,
and
I
they
was gonna
adapt.
say.
Like,
Well, I was gonna say, like, a lot of teachers that I've talked to, they did say, like, 25, you'll sometimes have existential crises, like you'll have a crisis, then it will come again, like at 30, like mid-30s, you'll have an existential crisis, because
Oh,
it's just like you've been in it for so long, and then you're kind of thinking, like, okay, wait, is this really like what I want to do? Like,
yeah.
it never really like it seems like nothing can really stop. I don't know. I mean, just from what I've talked to, I don't know if that's just teachers and the way they feel. And a lot of the teachers that I was talking to at my Christmas party, they all kind of said the same thing. Like, every year it's the same thought. Do I really want to do this for the
yeah.
rest of my life? And so it's like, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Just if you're going through a career crisis at 23, it's okay. You're not the only one. It's okay.
It's okay, darling. The good thing is that you're gonna get through it.
Yeah,
And you know what?
one step at a time.
You will eventually, make the choice that's best for you.
Yeah.
Whether you feel like you're doubting yourself constantly or not.
Yes, that is true. I just feel like, just let it just come. Like, let it just. I also feel like I mean, an achievement, but also a challenge this year is I posted on TikTok a lot, then I stopped.
Oh, yes. Caitlin was a TikTok queen.
I
Like
know, and then I
like in
stopped.
it was like more like in college kind of thing, right?
Yeah, when I
Yeah,
was
I
like
could see
first
it,
trying my
like
job.
yeah, and then it was like, oh, shit's getting
Where'd she
really.
go? Where'd she go? Where'd she go? Where
You
did Miss
know where she
Queen
went?
go?
Miss Mara started a podcast. That's what happened.
I know.
There
I
she is.
literally was thinking about posting on it my TikTok the other day. If you don't know, it's Caitlin Noriega. Yeah, hit me up on TikTok. But I was thinking about posting on it the other day, just kind of be like, "Hey guys," but
Back.
I know I miss it, and I feel like it's just like the time though it takes sometimes. Like I was talking to one of Kyle's coworkers' wives about it. I was telling her like, it's crazy how much money you can make on TikTok and like, even like,
Hmm.
if our podcast, for example, just took off and blew up. But oh my God, the time management, like the time that you have to put into this, like guys, we're only 4 episodes in, and I think we've all felt like, wow, this is
Yeah, this
more
is.
work than we
It's more
thought.
than yeah, for
Like,
sure.
we have to make this a priority and time for this now because, it's kind of Kyle told me this. He was like, it's gonna start feeling like a job. Like you have to do it. Like if you want it to be like, and it's still fun. I enjoy talking to you guys and
Yeah.
like because I feel like it gives us all three still some more insight into each other's lives, like in a deeper
On a
connection.
deeper level, yeah.
Yeah, and like, just with like connecting with other people from outside, but it's like, man, like it's just so time consuming. I was telling Jules, like, I was a TikTok queen for a minute and then I stopped.
You should have kept it going.
I know, I told Jules, I think I might post soon, be like, hey
You're
guys.
outfit of the days.
I know, I
Doing the
should.
The
live.
OTDs.
I know, I should, like, I kind of might, like, I think I might post, like, a little series, like, teacher off, like, teacher 8 off.
Period.
What a teacher does on her break. This is my day of my life as a teacher who's on break.
Yeah.
You know what I actually wanted to
going
do?
Dallas.
You know what I wanted to do, Loki? I did want to post. I felt like this would be kind of a funny idea. But then I was like, wait, I don't want people to cancel me. I don't want to be
What?
canceled. I wanted to post because I wanted to post like what I got for Christmas, but like as a teacher, because I got some good shit, y'all, from my students.
Why would you get canceled?
I don't know. I don't want people. Okay, because you guys, like anybody that's
Yeah.
listening to this, social media, like there is no
They won't
linear
find a
like.
way.
There is like either you are wrong or you are okay, like Queen Slay,
Yeah.
or you're like you're the devil. How could you post that during this time of the year? It's like, oh my god, like okay, sorry,
These are the
I'm
same
sorry.
people that are just sitting on the couches, like not doing anything either.
No, like
Mhm.
literally, I will give you guys a sneak peek if I do it. I will say I did get a $200 Visa gift card from one of my kids. Hey.
That's
Damn.
your reward for putting up with them all year.
I know. I got it. I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
Just
you
own
get
it.
$20.
that's right. That's right. I was like, you know what? I'm good for the. I'll keep staying here till May. It's okay. We'll deal with you for a little bit longer. I've already done it. I've already
We've
put in
already
4
tracked
months.
the
I can do
longer
another
part.
4 months. I've already
Yeah,
done 4 months. We could keep going. No,
that's so funny.
and I just think it'd be fun though to see like what other teachers got, but I just know too, like not everybody has the same like parents as me, not everybody works in that same type like a school like mine, and I just don't want to seem like insensitive either. Like I know there's some teachers out there with parents that's what I mean. Like I don't want it to create like a discussion like,
Yeah.
between like people saying like, "Oh, well, I couldn't get my son's teacher or anything because we're so tight on money right now." And it's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not trying to be like
Yeah,
start some shit like, hey, I'm just saying this is what they got me, okay?"
I'm blessed. I'm thankful.
I
Just leave
didn't
me
ask for
alone.
this. I didn't ask for the hate. Don't hate me.
I know
No,
you're gonna
but
have to like follow it up with like an apology. I'm so sorry that I
well, like
received
I was like, I don't even
gifts.
want to get canceled. I have 200 followers. Like, okay, no, maybe not. Like, I was really like, this is such a great idea. And then this morning, I was like, at the gym, I was like, wait, I don't know. I feel like
Maybe
people are gonna
not.
get mad at me because, like, anyways, yeah. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. But I was just like, I don't know. I feel like it's a good idea. And then I was like, wait, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. If people want to hate on it, they can hate on it. I'm just gonna be like, I'm doing this for funsies. This is what I got.
Let's slay.
As a girl who's poor too, like y'all.
Girl, just let me have my gifts, damn it. That's what
I
you're
know
gonna
it's
say.
not like I'm the one giving them. I'm receiving.
I'm the receiver.
Like I'm the receiver. Hello.
Monty, I think something that I said like kind of when you left, but I was like, another like big cool thing was being able to do this with you guys for sure.
Oh
I
yeah.
This is a
love,
huge
love.
milestone. Yes.
Yeah, because I
You
think I
just,
feel like
It's
we talked about it
definitely
for
out of
months.
my comfort zone.
yeah.
Because, I mean,
Yeah.
Stepping
I
out of
think all
it.
of us were like, I feel like we're all pretty private.
We are. We are very
And
private.
this was just new, like, saying things out in the open for, like, people to hear.
Yeah. I think this has just been like I feel like it's also made our friendship a lot stronger too. Like I feel like,
Yeah.
like because like Monty said, like it's hard, like we don't really like we're just those type of friends, like we don't really text that much that often. Like sometimes we'll text stuff here and there in our group chat and be like, oh my god, ha, like this is so funny or whatever. But it's like it's fun to just like talk to you guys though, like it feels like we said, like on a deeper level, like on a deeper connection, and it's kind of like this is like we're recapping on what's happened in our lives, like on a more like okay, this is like an hour, 2 hour talk. Like we're
Yeah.
actually making time to talk to each other and stuff. So yes, I really do. Like this has been the unfiltered minds. Like this is our baby, our 2023 baby.
I know. I was gonna say like I feel like this is something that we've actually been able to like create. Like this is us. Like this is
Yeah.
nobody else. This is us three. And I really like that.
I do too.
I was speaking on like creating stuff. Like I know going into 2024, and I think maybe just from like posting on my Instagram, like I think it was like last week. But I feel like every year around this time, I tell myself that I want to bring my camera around more. I want to,
Mhm.
create more videos. I want to take more pictures. I want to capture more moments with my friends, right? I say this around this time every year because I'm like, starting the new year, I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to be consistent about posting on my Instagram about it,
I
about,
know.
like doing that stuff. And I never do it. And
Do
so
it.
I saw because I literally went up to Mari right before we started taking pictures for like the entire night. And I go, Mari, I don't think there's ever been a time where I've come to your house and I did not have
The
my
camera.
camera with me.
Yeah.
And so I saw the pictures that we took and I actually really liked them. And
Yeah,
so I
they
was
came out
like,
good.
so I think this is like, that was kind of like me trying to like full send into it, because I mean, it's not that like I don't have what I need to do it or that, that I can't. It's just that I never do. So I feel like, at least for right now, that's definitely something that I want to try and, take into
2024.
2024. It's just like having that
Yeah.
like really cool aesthetic, like Instagram, or like making super cool ass videos, and like even if I don't feel like I get a lot of likes on them, or
Mhm.
if I don't feel like people really
Who
like it, it's like
cares?
it's for me.
Yeah.
I enjoy doing it. It's something that I love, and I love like having those capturing those memories that we
Memories.
have, because
Yeah.
I like look back to all the videos that I made like in high school, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, we were so young, and it's just something to have there, for us. And so
Yeah, I feel
yeah.
like I feel the same way, Jules. Like I feel like I'm always like, oh, I'm gonna post more on social media. Like I'm gonna be consistent with it. Like especially with our Instagram, like our unfiltered minds, like Instagram. I've tried, and then I'm like, oh, like it's so easy to put it back on the back burner. Like, oh, do it later.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll do it later. And I think I want to like really try and work on that this year. Like doing more I feel like of the yours is I feel like content. I would like to do content on TikTok, but like more of the analytical stuff, like the behind the scenes stuff, like the marketing aspect and stuff like that. Like I
Mm-hmm.
find that to be very interesting. Like it's honestly really interesting to learn about that stuff, like social media marketing. I mean, it's crazy because from what I've seen so far, if you're consistent, you have like an aesthetic or whatever, you could be a micro influencer basically. You could. You really could do it because that's the way, social media is kind of going.
Yeah.
And I think I want to just like really, but not see it as like a job, like not seeing it as like, oh, like I just want to like inform myself more about it and be like, oh, well, hey, like let's see what I can do with our Instagram. Like let me
Yeah.
test the waters with our Instagram and see like could I boost our posts? Could I do this? Could I do that? So I think really trying to take our podcast into a different direction, I feel like that would be a cool thing. Like just to experiment with in 2024, like just to kind of see like playing with it, you know what I mean, without having to take some college classes about it. What can I do based on my
Yeah.
own learning? What can I
Yeah.
do based
Yeah.
on the learning that I learned from the internet?
Well, I'm not sitting there listening to
No,
Ms. Man
professor talk.
tell
No,
me how to
literally.
do my job, or whatever.
Yeah,
I get that. Yeah.
literally. I also feel like there's so many things I think that I wanna honestly like bring in for the new year. But I've learned, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard this, but I've learned like, I've heard a lot of people say like, don't like write some big broad like thing for the new
Oh
year.
yeah.
Like, set like make it more like steps, like baby steps. Like how are you gonna get to the big goal that you want to get to? And I feel like
I have one broad one at least, though. I know for
I,
sure.
I
I'm like,
have broad ones too. Like I have broad ones, but I mean, it's more of like, how do I have to think about like, how am I gonna get there?
I literally was like at dinner with my parents, and I was like, in 2024, I'm traveling more. This is gonna be my year for travel. I don't give a damn. I'm going places. And then you
Ooh.
said that, and I was like, oh, maybe I should take a little step backwards. Because I
Well,
mean, like,
I
I
think
know,
it's
like,
more of like,
we're going to Vegas in February. Like,
yeah,
I
I think
know,
it's
like,
more
I
of
want to
like
go other
creating a
places.
plan. Like, what is your like plan? Because it's like, like I could say like, oh, I want to go to the gym more. Like that's gonna be. I mean, that's probably like everybody's 2020. Like it's always a
It's
big
always
one for
a
That's what
people.
January.
Yeah, it's always a
the
January
always
thing
the
for people. But
resolution.
it's like, okay, how are you gonna get there though? Like, what is your plan of action? Like, yeah, you can go, but are you going to go after work? Are you going to go before? Are you going to like what is the whole like
Yeah,
process of getting there? Because it's very easy to say like I'm going to go to the gym and not go. And then you
Yeah.
go for a day and then you just don't go again, like for
you
2 or
just don't
3
go
weeks.
back. Yeah,
Exactly. Or you go for a week and then you're like, like I did it. I'm fine. We're good.
we did it.
We
Now break time.
slay. So I definitely feel like my broad ones I would say is like I feel like for me it's just creating like a healthier routine. Like just for me more that has to deal with like gym, cooking more at home, like which I feel like I'm getting better at. And just like really taking time to just like decompress. Like because I have a lot of anxiety. I get a lot of anxiety and stuff, so I just start like thinking forward and just kind of like slow down.
Do you ever like get like in an anxious mood, and then you're like, have to go to the gym? Because
It's like me sometimes after work, yeah. I'll be like
I I was like last week. I was down and out for the count. I was like, all my friends hate me. I'm gonna die tomorrow. Like, I might as well just end it all. Like, I was alone too, because
Mhm.
my parents were like at a dinner thing, and I was like, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to do anything. I just want to sulk here on the couch. And then I was like, I should though. Like, I should go. And then I went, and like, I forgot that I even had
Mad
my
or
little
like,
episode.
yeah, uh-huh.
So I mean,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I like that because I like that it's like an instant remedy for that.
It
Like,
is. It really is. Like like honestly this past week something happened and I was like I don't know. I was just like feeling some type of way about it, like what happened at school and I was like, ugh, like I just don't I was just feeling some type of way about it. And so I went to the gym and I was still kind of like but then I was getting more into my workout and I could just feel like
The
suddenly it was
change.
it was like
becoming
leaving
like
you.
a small problem. Like it wasn't even like a big deal. Like it was just like it is what it is at this point. Like
Yeah,
I don't know what to say other than it is what it is.
yeah.
So I definitely like feel like that's why I think I'm gravitating more towards it now because I'm not seeing it as like a well, I'm trying to get in shape, I'm trying to look better. Like no. I'm like I see this as an outlet for me to like decompress and de-stress and like just to kind of be in my own mind, listening to music and just getting a good pump in. Like
Yeah.
the outcomes are going to be great, of
Mhm.
course, like
Yeah,
awesome, but
you will never there's never gonna be a bad thing from working out. Like,
no, like of course not. So I think it's just more like I'm benefiting it from like for my emotional and my mental health, and
mhm.
I think that's what I mean. Like I want to try and create better habits because I feel like I did. Like I kind of talked about it. I feel like I did this year. Like I was had good healthy habits, and then I just like plummeted. Like really, like just went downhill because of all this change and stuff. So now it's like. Like I said, like reading more, like I've been bad and like going on my phone before bed. Like I know, like I was reading at one point, like just consistently before bed, and then I was like, fuck this. I'm just gonna go on phone. I'm gonna go on my phone and just look at my phone before bed. I mean, it does put me to sleep, but I know it's not good for your like mind and
Yeah.
your state of mind and whatever. And so, and there's just other things that I've like quit doing that have helped me, like giving me clarity, and just like for my overall health have helped me. So I feel like I think 2024 will be the year of self, well, I don't know, self care, self health. I don't know, self
Yeah,
care,
self-care. Self-care's
health,
cute.
self care, health,
Um,
and health.
yeah.
That's what I'm
Building
hoping at
building
least.
that awesome routine, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to. I
Yeah.
think
I mean, yeah, I'm just excited to see you guys more.
I
Yeah.
know.
Just
I
create more
know.
memories. I think it's always something I
That's
could take from the new
that's
year.
yeah, that's the best
hmm
part like that I'm looking forward to.
Creating new memories. Yep. It's gonna
Yeah.
be fun. I feel like sometimes, like I don't know if you guys feel like this. Like I don't really like I say like I want to do things for the new year, but like I don't really like hold it to a T. Like I just kind of let it happen naturally. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
know, like I
I
think
don't know
there
if
was
y'all felt
one
that
year that
way.
I just like I had a realization where
Like
like
what
New
is
Year's
this list gonna do?
resolutions yeah,
I
like
don't
New
do
Year's
any of
resolutions are
that.
like not like they don't do
Whatever
anything for
happens
you.
in the
Like
year, it happens. It was
and
meant to happen. That
it's like if
I just
you
take what happens to happen and
yeah.
go with it.
And if you want it to happen, then you can make it happen. Like it
Right.
doesn't need to be on a piece of paper to be like. And I
And
feel
it
like
doesn't
it's
have to
just
be
kind of like
January. Like sometimes things hit me in
yeah,
March. Sometimes things
yeah.
hit me December. Like
That is a good like I was thinking about that right now. I was like, I feel like I don't know if this is unpopular opinion, but like I don't really create New Year's resolution lists. Like there's like podcasts that I listen to, like, those very
mm-mm.
but these are very like aesthetic people. Like the aesthetic is to create a New Year's resolution. But it's like, listen, if you're like us, I really just gotta go off of a limb. Like I say, like, okay, I think I want this to be a self-care like year, but who the fuck knows? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean,
Like
anything could happen. I mean,
I'm
I
just
think it
thinking
was
about
almost
like
just like
next month.
for real, for real. I mean, I think it was almost kind of just like what we were talking about earlier. It was like you just don't prepare for it. You just go into it. You let it happen, and
Yeah.
you react based off of what goes on and how it goes.
Mhm.
So
I think
yeah.
it's just a popular thing to say, like, oh, let's create a New Year's resolution.
I mean, if
On
if
New
they've worked for
Year.
you, like
No, great. I mean, I just
great,
like I don't
great.
look, but it's not like I have this like list in my journal and I'm looking back on it in February and like March and being like, did
Check,
I do
check,
this?
check.
Check. Like, and I'm not gonna hold myself to that. I feel like it's very unhealthy. Like, it can
It's a fair. It
it can
can be
be
very
like
unhealthy.
unhealthy, and I feel like for me, like if you're just like hyper fixating on it because you're like, I need to achieve this goal because I need to. It's like, well, okay, you don't.
Yeah,
If life's
it's
not going that way, then please don't feel like you need to do that.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I
I get
did.
that.
I did. So I don't even know when I wrote this. Jules, you were saying something about like we were just talking about like life in general, and you were saying how it's not like a straight path, and like it's just kind of like a. I don't know when I wrote this. I wrote this one day. I don't know what I read. I don't know what I heard. I don't know what I saw. I don't know. I don't know. I just wrote a bunch of thoughts, and I I feel like it really touches on what you said. Like it was kind of funny because you said that and it literally made me be like, I literally wrote this down. Like,
Uh huh.
and I was reading it right now. I was like, wow, I that kind of sounds good. I don't know if y'all would mind if I read it to you guys, but I just feel like it's just crazy because I don't know what like like you literally said that and I was like I literally wrote something like that, Jules, like literally somewhere I
No,
said
now I need to hear it.
it says mind you I don't know like what I saw, read, watched, heard. I have no idea what I was on, like what made me write all this. Like I sound
Yeah.
poetic, but I really did. I said life is not oh wait, let me just start this off. Girlies, this I just say like life. This is a life poem. Do life
Oh,
poem. The poem for life. Life is not meant to be this linear path of right or wrong. There is no right way of life. There is no life that does not have trials or tribulations. Everyone struggles. Everyone has a crisis because it is life. Life was or is not meant to be consistent because it would not be life's journey if it was. Life is what you make of it. It is the decisions you make for yourself, not because society told you to do it that way. Life is messy, chaotic, thrilling, exciting, demanding. It is a journey in which we grow and learn from. It is our biggest trial. We create the life we want to for ourselves, accept the pain, the anger, the sadness, and the failure it brings, because that is truly what makes life. Life.
that. Oh,
Mm.
given the snaps, we're in the. Oh my gosh, that was really good.
Thank you. I know. I don't know
Damn.
what I. You're like, damn, like
I was
that's
like,
it.
damn. I feel like
I
that would
don't
be
know.
like something like that would be great to end on. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just want to let y'all know, like like that. But that is what it is. Like I think I wrote this in a time when I was feeling like really down about myself and like feeling very. I was questioning everything in my life, and I think I wrote that to kind of like reassure myself, like no, like that's not what it is. In a moment of clarity that I had, it was like no, no, no. Life is not meant to be what we see on social media, what we see on TV. Like,
yeah,
that's not life, you guys. Life is the reality that you're living right now.
yeah.
Mm.
It, it's not easy, but you will
It,
find a way to
you will find a
be
way.
your best you at the end
Hmm
of the
And
day.
you will grow into a better person for it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was really good. I'm kind of taken back to it.
And that's on period.
Jules, I'm kind I was like,
um,
wow.
I was like, that was like. Anyways, I'm gonna eat more French fries in 2024. I don't know, like I don't know how to come up for that.
Fast food for 2024.
Yes, yes, living life. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to start this next year with you guys.
I know, me
Um,
too.
every year brings something different, but I have amazing people around me, so it
Yeah.
really just makes everything 10 times more fun and intentional and comforting. So yeah,
hmm
yeah,
Yeah. But I think this will probably be our last episode before we go into the new year. I think
yeah.
the next
So
episode will be for 2024. So
in
this is the
2024.
last episode of 2023. Yay!
Like Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New
Yes!
Year's, like all of
Yes.
that, dude. We
Merry
missed you guys.
Christmas. Happy. I know, we really did. I feel like I was like kind of getting sad. I was like, oh, I want to record like for the
Yeah, it
girlies
was a
that
busy
do
week. We
for
had
the
like 2 different
girlies.
recording days.
Yeah, like for the girlies that do listen, like we love you guys, and for everybody that listens, just for anybody in general that listens, thank you again. I think we always thank you guys, but thank you again. Like
Yeah.
you truly have made our year better because you guys support us and you listen to us and you're what makes this podcast great. So,
Yeah.
like Joel said, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year.
Happy New Year 2024, girls. Unfiltered
Yep.
minds, y'all ain't ready for 2024. We're
We're gonna do
excited.
the damn thing. Yeah,
We
we're
gonna do the
excited.
motherfucking thing. We gonna do the damn thing 2024. I'm
Full send into
excited.
2024. Love you guys.
Love you
Love
guys.
y'all.
Bye,
Love. Bye,
girlies.
girlies.